Well, greetings once again from beautiful Penticton, British Columbia, Canada. Glad that you can join us another day for devotions. You know, many people just say things happen. They say, oh, that's just human nature. And I don't know that that's a cop-out or a buyout or whatever the word is, but I want to talk about human nature today. Today being Friday, August 21st, again, we welcome you from sunny Penticton. James 5:17 says, Elijah was a man with a nature like ours, and he prayed earnestly that it would not rain. And it did not rain on the earth for 3 years and 6 months. What was different about Elijah? You know, what set him apart, you might ask? Special training, superhuman abilities, unusual gifts, we might ask? In fact, Elijah is described as a man with a nature like ours. He was not a superstar or a superhero, if you could say that. He wasn't perfect. He was a human being with very typical human flaws. We need to remember this, folks. When we read the Bible, sometimes we put people in these boxes, but they're not. They were human just like us. What made him different? The difference noted by James was that he prayed earnestly. Isn't that awesome? This sounds like his prayers had a particular intensity, but the Greek here gives us a somewhat different perspective when looking into this deeper. In fact, James used two related but almost identical words, both essentially meaning prayer or to pray. A more accurate translation would be that Elijah prayed with prayer. This is less about the earnestness of the prayer and more about the fact that Elijah simply prayed. He didn't just think about the challenges he faced. He didn't just fill his mind with speculation and curiosity. He didn't hesitate. No, he turned to God and prayed with prayer. This is a critical perspective for us, I believe, today. We are reminded that none of us is perfect. Although some people do think that way, I know, and I know you can probably name some people. But we can unleash God's power through prayer, folks. Do you believe that? I want to shout out hallelujah to that. This means having faith. It means believing in God and the power of prayer. And I'm going to tell you, in my wife and I's ministry, we believe in it because we've seen it and we've lived it. As we look at the challenges of life, we are not to sit back and do nothing or just think nice thoughts. We actually are to pray earnestly, the Bible tells us, even about things that seem impossible to us, because I want to tell you something, maybe they are, but they're not impossible to God. So let me have a word of prayer with you now. Father, I commit these situations to you, and you can name the situations you need today. Pray earnestly about it. Give it to God. Ask God's hand in it today. And I believe that you can do anything, and I trust you for the answers, God, in my life. I trust you for the answers of my day today. In your heavenly and precious name, God, I do pray. So I want to tell you, live in your human nature and accept your human nature, but live in God's power today. Will you do that today? Be blessed.